Okay, here we're going to look at structs. The first thing you must do is download this file, structclass.py. Click on it and it'll download to your desktop or wherever you keep your downloads. The thing is you have to have this file, structclass.py, stored at the same level in the same folder as wherever you're going to attempt to run the code that uses it. In this case, we have the simple code here. We see that, for instance, there is this notion of a struct in the classic sense of programming, and you could follow this link and read about it. A struct is not exactly a Python idea. It is an idea in C. Here we're using it loosely to just mean a place where we can store data, basically. We've actually used it already for those of you who are in 112 because we use a struct inside our graphics examples and our animations. The data object is actually an instance of a struct. So you've seen a struct already, in fact. Next week we'll talk about how to write a struct. In other words, we'll talk about what's inside this struct class, which, in case you're wondering, looks like this. But you are not responsible for that right now, so we won't look at that. Instead, we'll just use it. And using it is fairly easy. You simply import the code from the struct class. You import struct. And then you can create a struct. In fact, again, in the run method inside the animations, if we look down here and look inside the run function that we don't really generally look inside, you'll see that, in fact, that's exactly what happens with data. We create a struct. Up here, returning to this example, we'll create a struct. We'll store it in obj. This is an object. It's a Python object, but it's a Python object that you can actually attach new fields to, or variables, if you would. Obj dot, and now x, I can store a variable named x in obj, and there it is. And set it equal to 42 here. I'll go here and paste. And now, if I can treat obj.x as though it's a variable that can be used in the ordinary sense. So I can add other fields. Obj.y equals 99. And I'll go ahead and show you I can do that as well. So it's just a convenient place to put a bunch of variables or values together. In particular, this was very helpful in graphics because in graphics, when we call methods, we provide the data. You can't store those in local variables because in the animation, your code's not running most of the time. You wait to be called. And so we need a way to be able to pass a bunch of variables to your animation methods or functions that are, those variables are all packaged together in one object. And that's it. A struct is a convenient way to store a bunch of variables together. That's all.